Ladies and gentlemen, Command Sergeant Major Birkhead.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning?
Oh.
I start off with the some of that typical Belgian weather, right? When I came in, it was pouring raining. So all those that drove to come to the ceremony today, it's kind of the typical thing around here in Belgium, right? I'd like to start off by saying I would give special thanks to our Belgian partners from the 6th CIS. Thank you for coming down this morning to participate in the ceremony with us so we can show you how we do NCOs in the United States Army. We appreciate it. Can I give a round of applause for our Belgian partners? So every time I come to a ceremony like this, you can't, I know all the NCOs present can't help but think about when they made sergeant, right? We've been doing this thing for 240 years, over 240 years. And from day one, there was always an NCO there, right? Since day one. I can reflect back when I got inducted into the NCO Corps. 1998, that's a long time ago, right? 1998, Kissingen, Germany, Larson Barracks, first ID, I strike field. I would never forget it. So this NCO induction ceremony thing is kind of personal to me. I take it serious. And hopefully today, you will never forget the ceremony I'm holding for you, right? So hopefully you remember this and take this on throughout your career, because this is where it starts at. You are the backbone of the Army. Now I'm going to give you a little secret. People always ask, what does it take to be successful in the Army? So I'm going to give you the answer to that test, right? So when I made sergeant, I started reading other signal sergeant majors' bios. I was like, what did that sergeant major do to become a sergeant major? And our guest speaker today, Sergeant Major Gurolla, he is like a roadmap, the epitome of what it takes to become a sergeant major. Since the time he came into the Army as a 91 kilo, he's been either the distinguished honor grad, commandant's list, or something at every NCOS school that he attended to include drill sergeant school. He's held all the prestigious positions from first sergeant to regional command sergeant major, and where he's at right now in Landstuhl, Germany. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker for today, Sergeant Major Gurolla.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lieutenant Colonel Frisco, Command Sergeant Majors, Command Sergeant Major Jingling, Command Sergeant Major Birkhead, Major Corpsman, Commanders, leaders, soldiers, and guests. Thank you for being here to celebrate soldier to non-commissioned officer transition. Sergeant Hill, where are you? Thank you for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. It's always really great to be able to have somebody perform it in person, and not everybody can do it. It's pretty difficult, so I appreciate you honoring us with that. Command Sergeant Major Birkhead, thank you for inviting me to speak to this new crop of NCOs. It's quite a privilege to be able to stand here before you and give a couple words of wisdom as you go on your journey. I know Command Sergeant Major Birkhead was condensing my bio to the 27 years, but if you really need some nighttime reading material to fall asleep, go ahead and take that home, put it under your pillow, and it'll definitely put you to sleep. I have had a chance to visit your unit, soldiers, your workspace through the unit Facebook account. I had a chance to go through it and observe all the great, wonderful things that you all have been doing your time up here. And I got to say, it's very impressive the way that you communicate with your troops, you participate and do your training. All that is observable, and I'm glad that we have that venue to be able to provide everybody out there to what we do as soldiers so that they can take advantage and maybe even join our ranks. That video that we just saw up there, very inspirational. I'm pretty glad that you were able to put that together. I felt some chills in the back of my neck. I know the Sergeant Major mentioned Kissingen, and I remember going to PLDC up at Kissingen many years ago, back in '92. So that's sadly not a place that we have anymore, but definitely a place where many great leaders were forged. Let's see. I want to ask you some rhetorical, hopefully thought-provoking questions that you will be able to use maybe in your future careers, stuff that you definitely have probably not really thought about in your careers up to this point. So let me start out with asking you, do you feel like a leader? Have you ever stopped to think about it? As you pinned on those ranks and you kind of thought, you know, how does it feel like to be a leader? Well, some of you may find it comfortable and you can answer right away. Yes, you do, or no, not really. I don't feel any different from yesterday. Another few don't stop to think about this question when they pin on their stripe. They just know that they must lead. Some of you feel comfortable saying yes based on the work you have already put in, the job you have done, and experience from that learning at our formal military schools. The leaders in your unit setting the right example have shown you what right looks like. The past NCOs have prepared you by incrementally guiding you with both hands-on work and the periodic counselings that we do. Here's another question. Who are your followers? Are they your peers or friends? Or a new set of soldiers that you have now been placed in charge of? How do you cross over from peer to leader? That's a kind of an important question. I'm sure that we have the book answers out there, but just stop and think about that. What you've done to be able to now start leading your new charges that you have out there. How do you integrate yourself into a new unit where you are now the designated leader? Those are things that you probably have been thinking about. So, here's another question. Are you ready for the challenge? Well, it could be kind of scary, right? So, are you ever 100% ready to take on any job that you've now been put on? We all kind of think about that, you know, and there's probably some reservation, some thoughts that say, well, if I had a little bit more training, maybe if I had a little bit more experience. Again, some of you may be ready to jump right in, but there's a few of you that might have some apprehension, you know, so got to think about that. Think about your promotion was based on your potential to get the job done. Just keep in mind that you are supported by the NCO support channel. There will be challenges that are beyond your abilities or skill set. NCOs in each rung of the leaders of the ladder are there to assist you in finding a solution. Each rank in the NCO ladder comes with its unique set of skills and knowledge. Ask. Ask for the help, knowing that we do not expect a sergeant to have all the knowledge and skills of a staff sergeant. And the staff sergeant, not all the skills and knowledge of a sergeant first class. And to know that going into it, that you have this support channel. So you're not in it on your own. We're there to support you and assist you whenever necessary. Of course, we're going to ensure that you at least attempt it on your own. But we will be there for you. That's part of the NCO support channel. Okay. Moving on, I want to give you the definition of excellence. Excellence is defined as the quality of being outstanding or extremely good. Legendary Green Bay Packers football coach Vince Lombardi's secret to achieve excellence was to go the extra mile and strive for perfection. Do we have any football fans out there? All right, I'm sure we do. All right. So you're familiar with Vince Lombardi and all the trophies he has won throughout the years when he was active. And of course, sadly, he's already passed away. But just keep that in mind, that his secret to achieve excellence was to go the extra mile and strive for perfection. So, as he put it, perfection is not attainable. But if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. He drilled his squad over and over again in the same play until the players executed it with near perfection. His insistence on doing it again and again and again relentlessly resulted in multiple championships. No matter the task or detail, no matter the job or duty, apply yourself, do your best, shoot for perfection. Do not settle for mediocrity or good enough. Set the standard high for yourself and your subordinates. And practice, practice, practice. Aim for perfection. Do the drill again and again. And when you start outdistancing others, start measuring performance by your ability to surpass your high standards with regularity. To emphasize my point, I want to point out that the Army's, in my opinion, one of the easiest jobs in that everything is spelled out with a standard. You just have to look it up. There's no guesswork. You know what the standard is. And if you don't know it, you can ask your NCO, what is the standard, right? So you may notice that the Army standards are very achievable. This is because the Army standard on just about everything is meant to get the whole team to pass. Think about basic training, right? It's about getting the team through the finish line. Take the APFT as an example. 180 points with 60% in each event is the standard. Don't accept this as your standard. Aim for 300. Or better yet, train to get over 100 in each event. That really is the secret to getting your 300. Don't aim just for the minimum. So you never just train for the minimum. This will get you in the mindset of mediocrity. However, if you want that excellence of 300, aim for and train to go past the maximum. Even if you fall short of perfection, you will catch that 300, that excellence. So applying yourself and giving maximum effort in training or executing any task is the perfection you strive for. You have the will to succeed that you display on your uniforms, right? So consider that. Push yourself hard and have high standards. However, be realistic. I know sometimes we aim for the stars, you know, and we expect our soldiers to be able to reach the stars. So, you know, kind of understand what is achievable, all right? Or realistic, excuse me. You will achieve many things when you work to your maximum effort, no matter the job or task you are handed. This mindset of excellence becomes a habit. You will see everything as something to excel in. This means that even if you are given the task to clean the latrine, which I'm sure you have, you know, the quality of work will show in the mindset that you have, how much effort, or even the character that you put into it. So you want to be able to, you know, do whatever task it is. Your reputation as someone who consistently surpasses standard will catch attention, and you will earn ever-increasing challenges and responsibilities. So to me, that is like key right there. No matter the job, no matter the duty, no matter the place you're in, you always strive to do your best. Apply yourself. Your two basic responsibilities as non-commissioned officers are accomplishing the mission and the welfare of your soldiers. You are taking care of your soldiers when you set high, achievable standards for them. You are setting them up for success by training them to know the standard and push them to achieve their maximum ability on everything. The Lombardi way. Drill, get feedback, drill again, cycle continues. Just about everything. The Lombardi way, yep. In our real world mission, this means, you know, give their feedback, perform the task, and of course, do it again if the goals are not met. Be willing to accept that you will seldom see perfection, but that excellence is a byproduct of that effort. In summary, you have not changed from who you are earlier today or when you pinned your rank to a new leader simply because you are going to cross these arches. You have shown the potential and are now carrying the duties up. I'm sure, and I see within the seated that some of you have been doing this for a while. You have set the challenge, and you should feel like a leader. For those of you who just recently pinned on, you should be feeling like a leader. You may never be that 100% ready. The secret to be successful is to pull from your past experience. Know that the NCO support channel is there to assist you and guide you in the right direction on this path to discovery and growth. Basic standard is what the Army sets. You should challenge yourself and your soldiers to give maximum effort on everything you do. Accept the fact that perfection is nearly impossible, but training for it will yield excellence in execution. As I look back in my many years of service and I think of the many leaders that have made a difference, I view these new crop of leaders right here in front of me, and I see their faces sitting here. Maybe different names, you know, but they're still right here. So, I wish you the best in your careers, and rest easy going into retirement knowing that NCO Corps remains strong now and into the future. I expect that my replacement is sitting here amongst us. All right. Thank you for your attention, and you'll have an awesome Army Day.
Thank you, Sergeant Major Gurolla, for those words of inspiration. Please join me again in a round of applause for our guest speaker.